Amigos de Reseller, me encuentro con Elena Hernández Cirillo, quien es la nueva CEO de CDP. Elena, to begin this interview, I would like to start with your overall vision of the company. So tell us, what's the vision and how do you see the company evolving under your leadership?
Great question. So I think ultimately that my vision for the company is to move from simply producing products to actually creating solutions, continuing to have integrated solutions for our sellers, for our resellers. We want to ensure that our customers are receiving a full solution. I want to give you a pretty package and I want you to be able to utilize it from start to finish to meet your needs exactly where you are.
As the new CEO, what will be your top priorities for the organization?
Well, first and foremost, it's letting everyone know, hi, I'm here. My name is Elena Hernández and I am Murillo's daughter. I am taking on his legacy one day at a time. And I want to ensure that we understand that the future is in infrastructure. The future is going to be us stepping up to the role of producing solutions for everything, for AI, for nearshoring, for data centers especially. We want to ensure that we are giving energy where it's needed.
How do you see the future in this energy business and where do you see the growth areas?
It's hard not to see the growth areas. I mean, you can't even see a 2-year-old without a smartphone anymore, right? You see that energy is required for everything. It's what gets us up in the morning, it's what gets us to work, it gets us home from work, to our families. Energy is boundless. We have AI now developing in between everything that we have going on, and it's only accelerating that timeline of how we're going to produce new products, how we're going to evaluate data. And energy is at the heart of that. We need to feed the beast, you know?
How does your company see the importance of the distribution channel to achieve your goals?
Well, their goals are our goals, right? Their strategy, they have their own, right? They have their own strategy and we all have our own reasons for doing what we do. But I can tell you right now that those channel partners, they are our strategy. They're our greatest asset and they are treated as such. They are so important to how we move as a company and how we continue to develop what we're doing, how we change our product, how we make it fit the needs of people that need us, you know? So I think ultimately, it's not part of the strategy, they are the strategy. They're strategic partners.
Do you have a special message for them?
Hi. First and foremost, hello. It's a pleasure to greet you here today. I know I'm a new face and I know I look young, but I've been working with my father with CDP for over 6 years now. And I remember the day he filed the patent to even start the company. So it's been a very long time coming. It's in my DNA. And I promise you that you have my full commitment and honesty from here on out, always. I have your back. I'm so pleased to meet you.
How do you see these technologies like AI shaping the company's future?
So I have to preface that AI, while it's a wonderful tool, it's just that, it's a tool. It's a tool like a hammer, like a saw. We will implement it in our company, but it's not going to change who we are, right? We want to keep the human behind it. I want you to be able to pick up your phone and call me. AI is going to help us to analyze data. It's going to help us to be on the cutting edge. It's going to help with product development, but it's also going to increase energy needs worldwide. So that's going to be an absolute beautiful opportunity for all of us to work together to continue to supply that which we need.
What do you expect to be your biggest challenge in this new role?
I always say that challenges are only opportunities to improve. Right. So when we see challenges, we see, okay, we have AI coming out of nowhere, out of left field and coming in and going, hey, I'm here and I require this much energy. We've got nearshoring that's increasing, which is wonderful. I'm glad that we are developing closer to us. We're making things easier for our consumers, right? I believe that ultimately we are going to have challenges every single day, right? But they're all opportunities to grow. You know, something as simple as, how are we going to move this from one place to another? You know, the tariffs are increasing, the gas prices, for goodness sake. I mean, everything is changing. They're all challenges, but they're all opportunities to find better solutions for our customers, for our end product. It's going to be beneficial to all.
What will you bring into the game as a business leadership in this industry?
Stepping into a leadership role is going to allow for me to make the necessary changes by listening to my employees, by listening to my customers, by listening to my resellers. They're going to tell me, I need this, or you're falling short here. Tell me. as soon as I know, when you know better, you can do better. So that's how I believe leadership should be done, is by listening.
Ingrid will continue leading the company in Mexico?
Ingrid is simply a light in this company. When everything happened with my father, she immediately stepped up. She said, I have you. When you're ready, you come. But she said, I have you. And that is something that no one told me when that happened. Okay, so, and she's done such a beautiful job with Mexico. I mean, who could argue with how well she's done, how strong of a leader she is, how kind, how intelligent she is. Why would I want to dip my toes into that? Of course, her and I work side by side. We work together. We talk about everything. I mean, if you sat in on our Teams calls, you'd be like, I need a drink. It's a long time. We talk for hours and hours. Even my babysitter, she's like, are you almost done? Are you almost done? I go, no, I'm on with Ingrid. It's gonna take at least 5 hours because we talk about everything, and we share the leadership role. But Ingrid is exactly where she needs to be by ensuring that Mexico has what it needs.
And finally, what excites you the most about leading CDP?
I think what excites me most is meeting all the people that my dad met and getting to know what on earth this man's been doing for 20 years, you know?
Yeah.
I've always had an inkling. I've been involved, of course, for the past 6 years now. I've been in it. But before that, you know, I go, Papa, where are you? Like, ¿dónde está? Like, where is my dad? You know, he was out here. He was meeting people. He was growing the company from one person to over 150 employees.
Wow.
So he's been here, and I'm excited to not step into his footsteps because that's impossible. I was talking to one of our employees and they go, your dad is a brain with 2 feet. And I go, he is. Okay. He is a brain with 2 feet. So instead of stepping into his shoes, I plan to walk beside him and lead the company the way he did. And I'm just excited to be able to have the honor of doing that.